Hello. Can you hear me, Dr. Smith? In the comments, if you can just let us know if you can hear both of us. We've had some technical difficulties this morning. And Dr. Smith, if you could just say something real quick. I've got my... Just let us know if you can hear both of us. We've had some technical difficulties this morning. And Dr. Smith, if you could just say something real quick. I've got my... I still can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Oh. Okay. Well, Jessica Soto and Joan Smith and Mary Klinger are here with us. They're ready to hear us. So, similar to doing classes online, it sounds great, and then sometimes you have technical difficulties. So I think Dr. Smith is going to try to come back in and see if we can get her with us. So I just want to say welcome, and this is a second in a series of Facebook Lives that we are hosting in hopes that we can prepare all of our students and our community for fall online classes. This is something that is new for all of us, so we want to share as much information as we can so that you have a successful semester. So my name is Kathy Kramer, and my job is, well, a big part of my job is to help students and teachers. So in the comments, I will put my email address, and you are welcome to email me at any time this semester if you need help with anything. So hopefully we'll get back with Dr. Smith here in just a few minutes. I see Libby is with us today also. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go to the back of my notes and tell you about a few announcements. So next week, we are going to have our high school equivalency teacher, Angela Logwood, will be here with me next week, and she's going to be sharing some tips on how to have a successful online semester. So I hope you'll join us next week at 3 o'clock, and that's on August 12th. And then I want to remind everyone that all students, whether you took classes in the spring or summer, will need to enroll in classes for fall. So we have pinned the link to the top of our page with the link or a QR code where you'll watch a short video and then fill out the enrollment form. Everything is online. You don't need to go into the office to fill anything out. If you do have questions, though, you can call the office, and I'll put that information in the comments also. So everyone has to fill out an enrollment form to be in classes. And the staff at Grundy Workforce is with us today also. Yay! I still can't hear you, Dr. Smith. Technology can be so frustrating sometimes. So one of the things we're going to talk about with Dr. Smith today is making sure that we get the word out that we are having classes this fall. Everything is online, but we're sharing flyers and everything on our Facebook page. So if you can, please share our Facebook page with others, and any flyers that you have, that we have. I'm going to put my contact here so that if you need anything, I am happy to help you. And let's see, what else did I tell you I was going to put in there while we're waiting? Dale staff at jjc.edu. Okay, there you can, They can help you with any questions you have about enrollment or classes or anything else that you need. So one of the things that we've been really working on since, well, I think all of us in March, we were kind of surprised by what happened staying at home. I think we all thought maybe 2 weeks and we'll be back to school and life will be normal again. And now we understand that that's not going to happen right away. But I'm really proud of our department because in 2 short weeks, we did some amazing things. Okay, let's see. Michelle Smith is back. Can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you though. Oh, we're trying. We're trying so hard. Just like we went from you guys at home. This is when you're using technology, sometimes it's frustrating because you try, and it keeps not working. But keep trying like Dr. Smith is so that we can hear her because she has some good things to share today. And I see Galena is here with us too. Hi, Galena. Let's give this another try here. So while we're waiting, again, I just want to let you know we've made a lot of changes to prepare for the fall semester. In March, when we had to go online quickly, I think we did a pretty good job, but we knew there were a lot of things that we had to change. And we made some of those changes in the summer, and I think we've made a lot more for fall. So our goal is for you to have a really smooth semester online, and I think we feel a lot calmer about everything. So I hope that makes you feel calm also. I think we're going to try this again. Let's see here.
Can you hear me?
I can
hear you. Yay! Yay! So you can hear me.
I can, yes.
But now I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
I can't. But hold on. Don't do anything. Wait.
Okay. Now I can't hear you. Can you hear me? And students that are watching, this may be your experience when you're on Zoom with teachers. Just remember us. Yeah, I can't hear you. Maybe whatever you just did, I could ask the question and then you can turn me off and you can talk. Do you want to try that? Okay. So today, if we can get Dr. Smith back, we're going to talk a little bit about some of her responsibilities. And let me show her in the stream. We're going to try this again. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? You
yes.
Can hear me?
Yes.
Yay! We did
it. Yes. Okay. So I was using Chrome before. Now I'm using Safari and it's working.
Oh, well, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad it's working though.
So many lessons for all of us.
Right. It only took 15 minutes.
And this, students, is exactly why I don't give up.
Right. Yes. You just have to be diligent and patient. I tried my phone, my personal computer, my work computer, and here we are. And I was able to be, you can finally hear me.
Yay. Oh, I'm so happy.
I think it was something with my privacy settings. I think it was blocking my microphone.
Oh, okay.
When I was in Chrome, I think it was blocking the microphone, and that's why you couldn't hear me.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what I'm
so we're
thinking.
here now. So we've got several people with us today. We've got Jessica Soto, Joan Smith, or Joan Smythe, Libby, Galena, Mary Klinger. So a lot of our friends are here today. So
Yay.
we're going to go ahead and just jump into the questions. So I've been rambling long enough. They're ready to hear from you.
You were being a wonderful MC. You were doing great.
Thank you. So this is Dr. Smith, and she is the Director of Workforce Education at JJC. And so we're going to talk to her a little bit today about, first of all, what does that mean to be the Director of Workforce Education?
Oh, that's actually a question. Well, it means that you're very busy, but you have a immensely rewarding job and profession. I work with a staff of dedicated people that are truly committed to the work that we do. And it allows me to have a variety of days. So no 2 days ever look the same. And I actually enjoy that. And it allows us to, me, as well as my staff, to really, be creative and innovative. So we don't work in a department, and our purpose allows us the flexibility to truly meet the needs of our students and the communities that we serve in unique ways. And so, in the midst of a pandemic, we were, able to flexibly meet the needs of our students and accomplish that in a way that we had never, envisioned doing before. And so I always tell people it's fantastic to have a job that truly matters and that has an impact on people's lives positively. And we do that every day. So even when I am in the midst of doing arduous financial reports, the purpose of it is because I have to make sure that, we're fiscally responsible, but all that we're doing is to meet the needs of our students at no cost. So I take even that task, which I sometimes loathe, very seriously because it allows us to continue to serve our community.
Mm-hmm. And we've definitely had to rethink how we serve the community.
Yes.
So things really changed in March, along with all of Joliet and most of the world. We had to social distance just kind of like overnight. So as a director, what was that like?
Well, I think like most people, I thought that I was living in a sci-fi movie, and I did actually watch Quarantine during quarantine. So it was weird. I mean, to be my husband and I were actually buying a freezer for our garage, and a friend of mine texted me and said the governor is going to issue a stay-at-home order. I'm like, what is that? And we went home on March 13th, and we didn't know that we weren't going to be coming back. And so I think it was just a sense of, well, what do we do? Because we still have work to do, obviously, but what is it going to look like? And so, we had a week, about a week and a half where, things were kind of quiet. And then I remember calling, Libby and Mandy and you and Michelle Lyman, and I'm like, all right, we gotta get to work. So
and work we did.
Yes, I mean, we met every single day, and we had meetings without an end time to really figure out how are we going to transition all of these classes online, because we still need to serve our students. But initially, my thought was, what is happening to the world, specifically Illinois? And what does this mean for all of us? I mean, what does, staying at home mean? Can we still go to the store? Because there were a lot of questions unanswered, because I don't think any of us have ever lived through this before. And so it was scary as well. I mean, even for me and my family, my daughter was a senior in high school, and what does that look like for her? And my husband and I work in higher ed, and just there was uncertainty. It was scary. But I knew we still, in terms of work, we still had students that we needed to help, make it through the semester. and to achieve their goal ultimately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, so I think now that I don't, this has kind of become our new normal, we can kind of sit
Mhm.
back and say, oh, we were kind of naive to say we were going back to work in 2 weeks.
Yes,
And
yes.
so, what would you say you're the most proud of from
What am I
March
the
and
well? So there's not one single thing. Number one, I would say I'm most proud of our students and our teachers, and I know that probably sounds like the candid, canned response, but I am. And the reason why is because specifically in adult ed, this is not normal for us
Mhm,
to provide instruction 100% online. And so I think it is worth us taking a moment to just kind of take it all in, because our students, come from a variety of different educational backgrounds and experiences. They're used to having that face to face interaction with their teacher, having that, social and emotional connection with their peers. And so shifting all of that, and for some of our students, coming to class is a time where they're doing something for themselves.
mhm,
So, they spend so much time with their family and taking care of their kids and cleaning and cooking and, being with their spouse or their loved one or their partner, that coming to class is a time where this is for me. This is my time to focus on me and to do something for me. And when you kind of meld all that together in the same place where work is home and school is home, it's
mhm,
difficult to make that
mhm,
adjustment, where you don't have an outlet or an escape from your everyday reality. It's all in the same melting pot. So I would say I'm most proud of our students. I was about to say my students, but our students, and then our faculty, because again, this is not their norm.
mhm,
We have faculty that have been teaching in our department for 20 plus years, and they have a system. They know what they teach Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, in the morning or in the evening, or they leave their full time job and they come and teach. And so, even for them, I know they were just, thinking, how are we going to help our students get through this semester? And what is that going to look like? And for me as a teacher, how do I change my instruction? How do I meet my students where they are? How do I make sure I stay in contact with them because I can't physically see them?
mhm,
Um, if they're going through things, how do I support them? Because we can't stay after class, so to speak, and have that time where we have an opportunity to talk about what they're dealing with. And so our teachers were just phenomenal at, rising to the occasion and just saying, we're in this with you, and we're going to figure it out. And then
mhm,
last but definitely not least, just all of you, because I could not have pulled this off by myself. I'd like to think I could. I have this fancy cape that I wear that's invisible, but um, in reality, it took, all of us, the village that is adult education, to pull this off, to figure out how do we
mhm,
take attendance. Something that seems so easy was just, we had to modify it a few times. Okay, so when we take attendance, are we doing it by hour? Are we doing it by day? Do the teachers send it? Who do they send their attendance to? Um, so I just appreciate the support of my staff to just, we were in this together. We supported each other.
mhm.
We had, we were all okay with having meetings that lasted 3 hours, uh, without an end time, because that is the truth. I mean, we would, talk in the morning. Okay, we're going to reconvene at 1:30, and then we talk until 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And
And
I
then 10
appreciated
at
our
night.
yes, and then we had our group chat where we would send little funny emojis and
Mhm,
jokes to one another. So, my mental health has been good, throughout
mhm,
this process, because I work within a phenomenal group of people. And it gave me great joy to be able to say with pride that we, did something that we never thought we would have to do. And I
mhm.
think our students probably even feel encouraged in their own ability to be
Mhm, I think
flexible.
so, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm proud of a lot of things, and those are the three.
Yeah, I think we did a great job. And I think a lot of times teachers tell the students how important it is to learn how to do that, like work in a team. And you're like, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. But this really like made it real for us. Like, I think we work well as a team, but this was like, yeah, this is why you
Yeah.
need to learn those
Yes.
skills.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so I know that a lot of our students are still feeling a little bit nervous. Maybe they took classes in the spring when we were still fairly new to all this. They took the summer off. So what should students expect to be different this fall compared to spring and even summer?
Hmm. Well, there's COVID, so that's different. But so what's going to look different is that students, their classes will be all online, similar to spring, the latter part of our spring semester, and then all of our summer. So we have made the decision that all of our classes will be online for fall, just out of abundance of caution for our students, our faculty, and our staff to keep everybody safe. Um, and we just don't know where this pandemic will go. We're all hopeful and prayerful that we will see an end to this, but the reality is we don't know when that end will be. And it was important for us to do what's in the best interest of everyone. And I think we've got a well-oiled machine going. And so at this point, we're comfortable with online. While it isn't necessarily our first choice, it is the best choice. And so students should, anticipate being able to spend, the same amount of time at home online that they would have, been in class, and continue to dedicate their time to their school work. And so while they can't come to class, I want to encourage them to have conversations with your family about being able to carve out that time you need for yourself. Because if you were in class, you would not be at home. You would not be available possibly to cook dinner. You may not be able to help with homework. And so be a little selfish in terms of, if you can, realistically, and even if it's 20 minutes every hour, to just, this is my 20 minutes to go online or to go on my phone and log into my the software, the platform that I'm using for my class. And then in terms of taking their tests, that may look a little different. So we're going to try our best to test students as much as we can from their home, but we recognize that that may not meet the needs of every student. And so as long as we can, we will have some availability on campus for students to take their placement test or their pre or post test. So we are fine tuning that schedule now and the logistics of what that will look like. But there will be options for students to come on campus for their pre and post tests. But I really want to encourage them and emphasize the importance of taking that time for yourself to do your schoolwork. So just like your kids may have homework, you will have homework too, and you need to give yourself that time. So if it's 20 minutes every hour, or if you just spend 1 hour, a couple times a day, if you can, or you give yourself a schedule and you try to stick to it as best as you can, that will help you not feel overwhelmed. So you're not trying to do all of your schoolwork in 4 hours in one day. So give yourself the time you need and work with your teacher. So something that's going to look different this fall is your teacher's not going to be physically in your house teaching you.
Well, except for you'll see them in Zoom though.
But yes. So, if you need to, connect with your teacher, I encourage you to ask them what's the best way to communicate with them. And if you're struggling or you're going through something or life is happening, your hours got cut at work, or a spouse or a partner has lost their job, or your kid is really struggling with not having that, connection with their peers physically, tell your teacher. As a teacher myself, I always appreciate the students that are honest with me and proactive. So if you know you're going to need extra time, or you're going to be behind, tell your teacher as soon as you know, and let them know what's going on.
Yep, very good. Yeah, I like that idea. Just thinking of being a little bit like selfish, taking care of yourself, just like you would your kids. You would want them to do their best in school, and so should you.
And as parents, it's easy for us to not do that, but we have to.
Yeah, definitely. And I do just want to mention to students, once you've enrolled, you'll get confirmation that you're in class, and you'll get your teacher's email. Please email them as soon as possible, just so that you can start making contact with them.
Yeah,
all right, we have
advice.
a question from one of our HSE teachers, Joan Smythe. She asks, if a student lives out of district, can they still attend JJC HSE program?
Great question, Joan. Technically, we are only supposed to take students that are in district into our program. So I would encourage you to find out where the student is living, and potentially we could refer them to a program that's in their area. Or if their home address may be out of district, but they're potentially staying with a family member that's in district, or they're staying with a friend that's in district, work with them to kind of get a better understanding of their living arrangements, and that may allow us to still serve them.
Okay, very good. So I have another question. It's really important for us to get the word out that we are having classes this fall. So how do you think students and our community, because we have some of our community partners here today, which we're happy about,
Yes.
but how can we get the word out that we have online registration and we're open for business? Excitedly open for business.
Right. So rent an airplane and have them fly one of those banners that say JJC is open for business, the adult ed program. Really just talking about it to your friends and your families, our community partners. We have flyers that we can send to them, if they request them, so they can put them up in community centers. We can make that flyer available online if they want like a e-version of it. We can work with our marketing department to create an e-version of that flyer for our community partners to put it on their websites. I would ask that our students and our community partners promote it on social media. So letting people know in the community that, adult ed is ready to serve. We're available. Our classes start on the 17th. And just, word of mouth. We're still going to the grocery store, and so, socially distancing in places that, we connect with our neighbors, and, making sure that you have on your mask and you're 6 feet away, but, letting them know like, hey, I heard that, the adult ed program at JJC, they're going to have classes starting on the 17th. If you go on their website, you can get started. Our community partners can link to our page on their websites, so they can always add the Dale Department link to their websites if they want to drive more traffic. If our students have church homes that they go to regularly, ask the church to make an announcement. If they know a lot of their parishioners live in the JJC district and need our programs, ask somebody at the church if they'd make an announcement, even if they're having virtual service. They have an announcement time at my church, and they do it virtually, and they have in-person services. So I think, the same ways we were doing before are really good ways, because a lot of our students come to us from referrals, from people that they know. The majority of them come either because they were at, a community-based organization, or a friend or a family member participated, or, even those that are referred to us, through the court system. We want everyone that needs our program to know that it is accessible. And so the more that we can promote it, the better. And I would say, especially now, social media is a really good way, because so many of us are spending time, that's our detachment from, all of our, from TV, because we can't really connect with people the way we would like to in person. So that's one of the best ways, I would say, is social media and word of mouth.
So share. This is the time to share. Don't share COVID, but share our information.
Yes. Don't share COVID.
No.
Don't do that. But yes, you can write it on a t-shirt with a black marker if you'd like. JJC Adult Ed Program opens the 17th, and wear it to the grocery store. We're good with that too.
So, Dr. Smith, let's say that classes start August 17th, but I don't hear about JJC, ESL, and HSC classes until August 19th. Does that mean I can't take classes?
No, that does not mean you can't take classes.
Okay.
So we're gonna, given that we are living in uncertain times, we know that, some students aren't going to start on the first day, and that's okay. So we're going to accept students for a while into the semester, so that we can capture as many students as we can. And so if you come later, follow the steps on the website, completing the enrollment form, completing the, watching the YouTube video with the orientation, and then, you will get registered for a class, and then we'll schedule you for your assessment. So whether that be TABE or CASAS. So please, if you do not, if you don't start on the 17th, that's okay. We know that life is happening to everyone around us right now. We still want you in our program. So if you hear about it from a friend that started a week ago and you're like, oh, it's probably too late for me, go on our website, follow the instructions, and we will get you in a class.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I think that's all I have for you. We have several of our teachers with us today, so that's good.
Hi.
And I'm just looking at who else is with us. We've got Lily and Aura. Oh, I'm going to say it wrong, really wrong.
It's okay.
Okay. So just so everyone knows, we do offer ESL and HSC classes, both.
Yeah.
So we can help you get your GED, high set, and to learn English skills. And then we have transition specialists that Michelle Lyman that can help you get ready for college. So what we offer is endless. So don't forget, we're here to help you. And don't forget to enroll for classes. So if you came to classes in the summer and you think you're good, now you have to fill out the enrollment form.
Yes. And one last piece I always have to leave with this note of encouragement. We want you to participate in our program, but please, if you successfully complete our program, whether you are an ESL student or a high school equivalency student, don't let that be the end of your education. And so I'm going to give this plug because we are living in the midst of a pandemic, and statistics are showing that those that have a college degree or a credential, some type of post-secondary credential, are less likely to be impacted when the economy is bad or has its ebbs and flows. And so I just want to encourage all of you that are planning on starting in the fall, and even if there's any of you that are listening that have finished our program and you just love us so much, you wanted to, see our Facebook Live interview, please don't let this be the end of your education because, I put myself through college and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. So we are here to support your educational journey even after you have left adult ed. And anybody who's ever been in adult ed knows that we are like the grandmother you cannot get rid of, that sends you a birthday card when you're 90, if she's still alive. So we will support and encourage and get you the information you need to be successful in your educational journey. We will help you as best we can in your career journey as well. But that's what we are here for. We really do try to support our students throughout their personal and professional lives. So don't let this be the end, and don't think that once you finish this, you can't do anything else, because trust me, you can. And we are here to support you or put you in contact with the people that you need to get you to the next finish line. So keep pushing forward. And this experience that we're going through right now is proof that, education and its emancipatory power really can make a difference in your quality of life.
Yep, very good. Well, I want to thank you, and we made this work.
You. We did. Yes. So see, be persistent, students. Your online class will work even if you have some hiccups for 15 minutes and your teacher can't hear you on the Zoom. It'll work out.
And
It
keep
will.
communicating because that's what we were doing. We kept texting each other. Do that with your teacher.
Yeah.
Let
Yes.
them know
Yes.
what's happening. So just a
Absolutely. It was a
reminder,
pleasure.
next week at 3 o'clock, we'll be talking with Angela Logwood about how to be a successful student online. So she'll have some great tips for us. Feel free to share anything that we're sharing on our Facebook page. We appreciate it. And I'll put a few links in the comments. And then if there's anything, let us know.
Yes.
So thank you, Dr. Smith.
Thank you, Kathy. It's always a pleasure. And we
Thanks.
stayed on topic too. I'm
We
very
did.
surprised, but we did a good job.
That is unlike us. Questions
All
help.
right. Yes, yes. Well, everyone have a great day and a good rest of your week.
Thank you.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye.